What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my daily 10-minute podcast entitled Undiagnosed Baddie, where we just sit down and talk for 10 minutes about whatever I want to talk about. Today, as I'm recording, I can hear the child upstairs crying, okay? There's a few different places I'm going to go with things that I'm talking about today. Number one, I want builders to start taking the cheap way out of making sure that this is a brand new building that I'm in. A brand new building. I should not hear the child upstairs crying as I'm working in my room. I just shouldn't. Right? There's just certain things that shouldn't go through their fucking floor, which has carpet, and I should not hear that in my workspace. I want people to take pride in the things that they do. Taking the cheap way out is ultimately and has always cost you more in the end. That's number one. Number two, went out into my garage the other day, and there was a slew of red cups like just in the middle of the garage parking lot. Now, I could have had I had a bag. I usually like keep bags in the trunk. Had I had a bag, I would have cleaned it up because I take pride in my community. You know when you drop something, you know when you drop a lot of things, and I just don't understand why people don't take pride in their area, in their community, in their buildings, in their surrounding places. Just because, let's just say, right, just because you live, I don't live in the hood, but just because you live in a particular place doesn't mean you have to treat the place like its environment. For instance, if you were to live in the projects, which we know we don't have those any longer, doesn't mean that your house has to be dirty. Doesn't mean that you have to have, mice, roaches, mold, etc. If there's some things that are out of your control, right? There are a lot of things that you are in control of, and cleanliness is one for sure way, is something that you can control. I don't like when people are purposefully nasty, dirty. I don't like people that litter. I don't like people that don't take pride um, in their homes. And people often say, well, go get a single family home, which totally misses the point that myself and other people make about making sure that you take pride in where you live. I shouldn't have to continuously move and buy my own property for you to like, love, and take care of the place that you live. It shouldn't be all of that. The people upstairs, they fight all the time. The girl's name is Allison. I don't know the man's name, but Allison, because that's what's always being said, is like they always fight. This is so unfortunate, number one, for a woman to be in a situation. I don't even know if she wants to leave, but I'm tired of it. I'm tired of people not taking care of the stuff around here, which ultimately moves me away from my people. A lot of the new buildings have where, in order for the people who built the owners of the building to get tax write off, they have to do like what? A certain percentage, maybe 10% of apartments have to be income based or whatever to get tax write offs. And with that, and that's in like all of the buildings, even in DC. Unfortunately, you know, I mean, you can pick and choose where you go, but unfortunately, when you go into places, you have to start going to places that don't have that because people don't appreciate what they have. Very unfortunate that when you don't truly pay for something, you don't appreciate it. I also noticed that when I was throwing my events, when I throw the events, take my time, curate experiences, and I give it to people for free, they don't show up. They take somebody else's spot. It's just not appreciated. People are very ungrateful. Now, that on the flip side of that, when you have somebody like me that's been employed for several years and they want to go out and go to these summits and do all of these different things, unfortunately, you kind of have to volunteer your time, which I don't have a problem volunteering, but you also miss stuff. So if I'm working a schedule of 9 to 12 for the summit, and the summit is of course one day, and the people that I want to see is from 9 to 12, I've missed what I wanted to see at the summit. And therefore I'd rather pay for the experience, but sometimes you don't have the money to go to 44 conferences a year on your own, and that's unfortunate. And for people like me who actually will dress, participate, talk, and do all of the things that come with tickets. So once I start moving along and doing my summits again, I'm going to make sure that there's a way to like have one or two sponsors for one or two tickets for people that really want to come, and they're going to not. I don't need to see bank statements and all that other stuff. We're gonna chit chat about why you should get this free ticket. Um, just give me a three liner or something like that. Like, and I pick who. It's very very difficult to sometimes, because people are good liars, like to have the discernment of who really needs it, who's lying, who just wants to come, and who's still not going to come. Baby, let me tell you something. If you were to get something from me and you don't show up, you're going to be blacklisted, and you're going to have to absolutely pay, and then also absolutely pay for probably like the VIP ticket the next time. There is AI, Excel spreadsheets, and everything else for that matter. And I know that sounds crazy, but stop wasting people's time and stop wasting people's money. I have a lot of leftover bags from my first workshop. And so now when I host events, I take a lot of that stuff with me to give out to people, because I had a sponsor that sponsored these gift bags, and I still need to give them out. And I am so appreciative. Shout out to Jazz for all of the hard work she put in with the bags, the cups, the journals. Everything was intentional. She sat and asked me, and then after I was like, "Why are you asking me these questions?" And she was like, "Don't worry about it." And she was like, "Hey, come by the house." I go by the house, and there's bags with the Bella Collective on it. It's the cups. It's everything I said intentional that I would do. Shout out to my, I know I've talked about this before, but shout out to my Aunt Vicky for buying the mirrors. People love the mirror work section, and go check out my mirror work playlist. Like, those, it's intentional. Like, I sat and thought about everything that I wanted to say. I was writing and I was writing, and I did use my teleprompter. So some of the videos may be stuffy, but I wrote that stuff. Those were my ideas about how I wanted to go from the top of the 52 weeks to the end of the 52 weeks. And as you start at the top, is surface level, and the further that you get into the series, it is more spiritual. We've awakened. We've been seeing ourselves. We've been talking to ourselves. We've been loving on ourselves. I didn't bring nothing to drink in here this time. Pardon me. But what I have put out, the work that I have already put out, is intentionally set. When you find me, you're supposed to. When you find me, it's supposed to be work already done. What has she already been doing? What can I prove to people? What can I prove to sponsors? What can I prove to producers, that I could say, hey, go check out my page. You can see these are the things that I do. These are the things that I'm into. What can we take and expound on to grow me, to grow Convo and Co, to grow Life Less Than Lies, to grow Life After Death? Those are my main, those are my big three. What can we do to make a whole winning collective over here? That's how I feel. I'm sitting and I'm listening, and I guess because I yelled and said, "Why the fuck do I hear your kid? They moved." It was like, it's just very frustrating sometimes. You wake up, you hear a kid crying, and I'm not talking about regular stuff. When you live in apartments, you're gonna hear stuff. When I lived in my last apartment in Baltimore City, I didn't hear anything from my neighbors, but I also had a two-level apartment, and I was the upstairs and down, well, upstairs to myself. I didn't have those problems. Um, Going back to gratefulness, I do want to send a shout out to everybody that watches my videos, watches them daily, interacts with my videos, because you don't have to, but I appreciate that you do. I appreciate the people that come out, ask me certain things, send me opportunities. Shout out to Vondra. I don't even know if Vondra watches any of this. She changed her name. Her first name was Typical Black Queen. Certain socials is XO Vondra. It's I'm gonna have to find it. I'll talk about it. But she sends me opportunities. Hey, mixers, communications, blah blah blah. This is what you do. She sends me stuff, and I never want to forget the people that actually, pay attention and love on me and see me for what I am doing and trying to do, and pushing me forward. I love y'all. I'm grateful every time. Every time. She's the one. Did you see the? I have a mini vlog, The Lion King. She took me. Go check it out, Vondra. Yeah,